Okay, so today I will going to teach you on how you are going to make an infographics using your cell phone. So ito po yung gagamitin nating application para sa ating subject or para dun sa inyong last activity that is all about the designing in online platform. Ano po? So we have going to search first pick-to-chart. So, meron na ditong pick-to-chart. So, type natin pick-to-chart. Okay, so may lalabas dyan. Ayan, so meron dyang lalabas na site. So, I will post the link na lamang sa ating Google Classroom para doon kayo talaga pupunta. So, we have the pick-to-chart. So, click lang natin the pick-to-chart. And then, start creating for free. So, click nyo lang yan. So, sa akin, diretsyo na kasi ako nag-login na. So, sa inyo, you are going to log in using your Google account. Ano po? So, yun ang gagamitin po. So, as you can see, we can edit now in our cell phone. So, meron po tayo ditong iba't iba na pwede kayong pamilian. So, we have infographics. We have the presentation, the poster, and the report. So, ito yung mga pwedeng gawin natin dito. So, tayo ay magpo-focus lamang is sa infographics kasi nandun pa lamang tayo. So, as you can see, meron po tayo dito parang sa mga Microsoft lang. So, start from blank. So, ibig sabihin, you can edit your own. So, pwede kayong mag-edit ng sarili nyong template, gumawa ng sarili nyong template. Pero kung gusto nyo naman is meron po tayo ditong iba't ibang template na pwede nyong gamitin. Ano po? So, dito tayo sa infographics. Sa presentation pala tayo. Yan. Okay, so dito, so as you can see, ito na po yung mga example na template na para sa infographics. So, as you can see, pros and cons. So, ito ay comparison. So, we have do's and don'ts. So, ito yung mga pwedeng gamitin po natin. It depends upon doon sa ating gagawing data. Ayan, so madaming template dito na pwede kayong gamitin. Or kaya, kung gusto nyo, is mag-edit kayo ng sarili nyong infographics. Ano po? So, this is the pick-to-chart. So, ito po yung gamit niya. Using the, what we call that, yung ating mga cellphone. Ano po? So, yan. So, for example, kuha tayo ng isa. Use templates. Ayan. So, hintayin lang natin ng kaunti. Okay. So, your browser is too small. Chart. Okay. So, pwedeng tag ganon is i-desktop site nyo para makapag-edit kayo ng maayos. Okay. Ayan. So, i-desktop site natin. Okay, so wait lang. Ayan. So, try natin. So, naka-desktop site na siya. So, pwede siya sa cellphone. Ano po? So, as you can see, ito na po. Yan. So, dito, pwede nyo na siya ngayong i-edit. So, paano papalakihin? So, yan. I-zoom out nyo lamang gamit ang inyong dalawang kamay, syempre. So, meron tayo dito mga different tools na pwedeng gamitin. So, yan. Dito sa taas. And also, dito sa tabihan. So, ito naman is pinaliwanag na doon sa aking unang video. So, sundan nyo na lamang. So, ito yung mga pwede nating i-insert. Photos, frame, and also the design components. Pwede kayong mag-upload, maglagay ng text, color scheme, and etc. So, madami So, pwede kayong mag-search dito ng photos na or yung gusto nyong ilagay. Okay? So, this is the pick-to-chart. So, again, sa paggawa po nito, so, doon sa kanan ng inyong browser, may makikita kayo dong desktop site kapag hindi po gumana ng kayo ay naka-mobile site lang. Ano po? So, yun po ang inyong gagawin. So, that's all. So, I hope na naintindihan nyo on how you are going to make an infographics using the pick-to-chart.
Witzke here. I'm going to show you in a series of hopefully short videos how to use picktochart. Picktochart is an online program that will allow you to create different ways to share information. And the two best ways to use picktochart is, first of all, it'll let you make a poster, which can actually then be printed out, or an infographic, which mixes symbols, text, and pictures to share a certain ideas, or to show people how to do something. So if any of you have seen my infographic about how to put books on hold and check out books during distance learning, I made that using picktochart, and that's an infographic. So if you go to picktochart.com right here, you can just click login, and you should be able to log in using your Google account. Mine, it just logs me in automatically because I have an account and I'm signed in. But for you all, you'll probably just have to log in through your Google account. And when you get into picktochart, you'll see a dashboard which will allow you to see things that you've made. Like down here, I have my checking out C library books during distance learning infographic. Or you can go out here and create something new. There's a lot of things you can do on here. What we're going to focus in on working on in a couple of videos is how to make an infographic. And we'll also maybe talk about a little bit about how to do posters as well. So what I'm going to do is I want to create a new infographic. So I'm going to go over here and just click on it. Now I can start from just on a blank page and put in everything myself, or I can use these templates that are in here. Now I would suggest that you use a blank page, because when you start using these templates, you're going to have to delete what people or what the program has already put in there, and that's going to be probably just as much work as you creating and selecting things yourself. And for those of you that have used Google programs like Google Slides or Google Sites, this shouldn't be too difficult because it's quite similar. So I'm going to start a blank infographic, and it's going to load it up for me. And then I get my workspace right over here where I can add things in. There's a lot of different tools on here, and we don't have time to go through all of them, but I'm going to show you some of the main things. First of all, over here, we can add different things from the graphics column. So there's graphics, shapes and icons, illustrations, lines, photos, photo frame. You might use those, you might not. There's design components where you can put lists in. So if you wanted to do a timeline of a person's accomplishments, what they did, you could add a list. Or like a list of things that people need to do, such as when I made my infographic on book checkout, I made a list of what people need to do in order to check out books. You can do a timeline, so you could do like a timeline of a person's life. You can compare things, and that's in these design components here. You can upload things. You can upload images. I uploaded some images already into my account, these C images. So if you needed to put a picture of someone or an example, you can upload things right from your Chromebook or your device. You can choose a background, and that's what I'm actually going to do now. I'm going to choose my background before I start working. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose this one here that's blue and white. And when I click on it, it just makes my background blue. So that's perfect. So I've got my background. I can also adjust what it looks like. Can make it lighter or darker. And I can change that at any time. Then I can go down here and start adding text boxes. So the first thing I want to do is probably put in a title, whatever I'm going to be working on. So I just click on it, and I just double click in here to edit this. I can delete this, and I can just title it my, I'm going to do this for Black History Month. So I'm going to do a Black History Month project, like that. And there it is. And now I can put this anywhere on my infographic that I want to. I'm going to put it up on top, and it kind of tries to center it for you. So it'll let you know when you have it pretty much in the center. That looks good. I'm going to leave it right there. What I can also do is I can go up here and I can adjust the text font. I can change the size, what type it is, if it's bold, if it's centered. I can create a link in here with a text box. There's a lot of different things I can do in here. So this is gonna be my project for Black History Month, and I'm gonna put in a subtitle right here. And I'm gonna click in here, get rid of this, and I'm gonna just pretend I'm doing a person, and I'm gonna make an early life. And I might put that there. And then I might want to have just a text frame up here for my person, and I'm going to pretend I'll just pretend I'm doing Rosa Parks. There, so now I can put in a text frame, and there's a lot of different things. I can use circles, I can do almost anything. They have a lot of different stuff in here. So I'm just going to click one thing here. Well, that's a sticky, I don't want that. So here, I'm going to use this body text right here and in here. But you know, I look at that and that's a little small. I don't want to put that in there. So I'm going to go up here to undo, and I'm going to undo. Whoops. I guess it's going to make me delete it. You can use undo for most things, but sometimes you have to delete stuff. There. So I deleted that. I'm going to use maybe this text box. Try this one, and I'm going to move it. Whoops. There we go. Move that up there. And these are, you just kind of click on them until you see the 4 arrows, and then you can move them around. And it'll tell you if you spell something wrong. And I could keep writing up here about Rosa Parks, but I'm going to do that later. And now I'm going to extend this out. I'm going to make this a little longer. And then I can add some more text in there about Rosa. And I'll kind of move this down here for her early life. So that's how you can put text in. You can put text in. You can also change the color of the backgrounds of the text boxes and of the actual type itself. So you can change it to different colors. See, change that color. That doesn't work so well though because it's not dark enough. So I'll change it back to black. You can go up here and play around with the colors and how dark or light they are, the opacity. You can work on a color scheme, but for the free version, you can't always get those things. There's also tools where you can put in charts, maps, or videos. And I'm going to go back up here to graphics. There's illustrations of people, so you can take a look at those. And there's all different kinds. There's shapes and icons. So you can use stars and things. You can also use these as backgrounds for text boxes if you like. So if you wanted to have a giant text box that was a big star, you could put a text box right in here and you could type in there. So that's one way to do it. They do have illustrations of people doing different jobs. There's lines that you can put in here, so you can add lines in between things. You just click on it, add it in, and then you've got a cool little break on here. Whoops. Between sections, right there. You can always just move things around. There's photos. You can upload photos of your own into here, or you can use some of the ones that they have, and you can put frames around things as well that look kind of neat. So there's these kinds of frames. Make it look professional. And always be thinking when you're adding stuff like this, like photos or frames, make sure it fits in with what you're working on. It should work. It should add to whatever project you're doing. Now, I've done a few things, and I'm going to stop for now. because I've already shown you the basic tools here that you can use for this. So what I want to do, and I want to do this regularly when I'm working, is I want to go up here and click Save. I want to save my project. So there, now it's saved, it's in my account, and I won't lose anything. And if I want to come back and make changes later, I can, so that I can just keep working on it. So that is a quick introduction to how you can start a picktochart infographic. I'll have another video too about how to share, and I'll probably have one for you about making a poster in here as well, but it works very similarly to this. Thanks for watching, and I hope everybody has a great day.